Has it changed your relationship to men, your understanding of males generally, now that you've kind of got one on your side?
Yes, of course. Look, the word feminism is so ridiculous at this point, but I am working on a bit about how it's impossible to be a feminist and a boy mom. Because it's like, I believe that women, do have horrible things happen to them, but also they lie. But that's also about equality. It's like, you can't say I'm a feminist, men and women should be equal. And it's like, okay, by that, women are just as destructive, just as conniving, just as, brutal, So I think for me, I do spend a lot of time going like, this will be interesting. Am I going to have to teach my son about consent? Like, what is this going to look like? And I very much less so see things about men versus women now, and it's just more good versus evil. And I don't think it's men versus women anymore. I think it's good men and good women versus bad men and bad women, if that makes any sense. But also just seeing how, sorry, I'm just coming in hot with this. I think that the wildest part was deciding whether or not to circumcise my son. That's, and I did defer to his dad on it because that felt like the right thing to do.
As an English person, this is not something that we really have to deal with. So I think, I could probably pull up the stats. I would guess somewhere in the region of single-digit % guys that aren't Jewish in the UK would be circumcised. And I'm going to guess that it's maybe not far off the inverse here.
In the United States, it's automatic at the hospital. Like, you have to actively say, I don't.
Cut the umbilical cord, lose the fucking...
Truly, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
you
imagine...
double it up with just one if they had an extra long pair of scissors.
Well, I did have to have that too. I was kind of circumcised during birth. That's a different conversation for another day. But I mean, if that was reversed, how insane would that be?
Yeah.
And, Rogan talks about it a lot. And, I won't, plagiarize him here, but I mean, he really does think of it as mutilation. And I looked at all these like studies, which again, look, whoever puts their circumcised baby in a study, I already have questions about this study. It's like these studies, do this over text too, but it's like, when they're like, women mature faster than men. I'm like, who needed to do this study? Yeah. Who was like, you guys, let's do a study about how young girls are more mature. Like, did Epstein fund this study? Let's be honest, like there's, what's the new thing of how babies' taints are shrinking because of microplastics?
Right. Okay.
Who did this study? Who was measuring taints? What are we doing?
I looked at one. So yeah, you call it taint.
Between your...
Yeah,
it's a taint.
Yeah, I think it's anogenital gap is technically what it's referred to as, or the gooch in the UK. Much better word than the taint. Gooch?
Hate it. Gooch is gross.
Fucking brilliant.
No, because it feels wet. Gooch
it is. Because
like
it's better describing the area that we're talking about. But yeah, I mean, that's not good. But penises are getting bigger a little bit.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Is that from microplastics?
They're not sure. So sperm count going down, testosterone going down, anogenital distance decreasing. Penises a little bit bigger.
How do we know who's doing the study? How do we know?
Here we go again. Okay,
but am I wrong?
Yeah. Well,
are they who's measuring penises? Did anyone ask you to be in the study?
Who's doing the study? You are like the conspiracy bro of every psychology study that's ever been done.
Think about study. I know. Look, I respect studies and all, but I used to do studies. When I was broke, I used to sign up for studies. I had no money. You get $50. They'd be like, are you depressed? Come do the study. I was like, I wasn't depressed, but now that I have to go do a study for cash, I guess I qualify.
Do whatever you want.
Totally. But it is always going to be college kids. It's going to, I just like to know who, because a lot of medications, Ambien, I think it was, didn't test on women. So the dosage was off. Like there's certain...
And that's what happened to Roseanne Barr.
That's one of the things. Yeah.
There was a few things.
There's a few things.
Circumcision. So you chose to do
it.
Yep.
Because, there's an argument to say that the son should look like their dad,
What is that argument?
When they like change or take a shower, that kind of thing.
Okay.
That's an argument. That wasn't the argument here. I also was there and it was anesthetized and I had a very specific surgeon do it. So there was really no pain, because that's the other thing is like the trauma of the pain, associating that with I was like, I don't want my kid to, be a serial killer. Because as a mom of a son, every serial killer's behavior is blamed on the mom. It's like the mom didn't let him wear the pantyhose, you know, or wear her shoes so he wouldn't kill a bunch of women. I'm just like, I just need to not turn my son into a serial killer. He sees his dad all the time. They have a great relationship. Like, I just need to figure out if I don't circumcise him and then he gets made fun of in the locker room and then kills a girl. Like, I need to just do the right thing. And so, yeah, so I decided to do it, but I was very micromanaging about it to make sure, you know, because to me, the circumcision, I mean, you know, look, and when you talk about something like this, all of a sudden it's like, is she anti-Semitic? Whatever. It's not about that. But when you do like a ceremony 4 days later, it's like it's going to hurt a little bit more. And then the baby sees all these people just clapping as they feel this horrible pain. I mean, it has to leave a mark in some capacity. But I also going through the process of it, the way that they put a baby down and strap them down and wait, like I was like, no. I managed the entire process to make sure it wasn't like super stressful.
Well, it was like me doing one of my podcasts. Guys, can we just pan in a little bit more on that, please? I think we're actually a little bit off on the tilt. Can we'll move that a little bit?
I love watching you before a podcast do your thing because it is the way you do anything is the way you do everything, probably. And this is why you're so successful.
Circumcise your son.
It's
fucking. You should have brought me in. Why didn't you? Well, no, why didn't you bring me in? I could have got it done in no time.
You and your Crocs. I mean, you do dress like a ER doctor.
That's true. That is very true. I like it.
What would you do if you had a son? Do you know?
Yeah, I think.
You wouldn't?
No, I don't think so. Look, I haven't done the research on this, but it seems like the genitals don't have that many moving parts going on, and that nature probably designed most of them to be essential.
Yeah, I agree.
So there's a few other things that are interesting. I'm very close with a friend who was circumcised Muslim, and he wishes that he wasn't. And you know, he talks to me about like lack of sensitivity and stuff like that as he's grown up. And again, you know, it's your fucking choice. And it's not like this is such an outlier problem. There's got to be 100 million men in the United States that are circumcised.
It's the default. I mean, we'd be the cycle breakers, you know. If I had another one, I don't know what I would do. You know, I was like a game time decision.
Now that's how you throw a real spanner in the works. Dad circumcised, elder brother circumcised, younger brother, keep a hold of it.
Yeah, that's research. That's good research because it's the same family.
Well, that's dangerous. Being fucking British with a foreskin in America is now like, how many women have never seen an uncircumcised
It's so much
penis?
easier to give hand jobs, though.
Well, I mean, you'd have to tell me more about that, but
well, it's easier when it's circumcised. I mean, sorry, uncircumcised. It's easier because you have something to like hold on to.
You're the expert.
Yeah. I hate your guy.
You're the expert.
But I was with a man that was uncircumcised, and he had a lot of shame about it in America. Like, it's like, again, a lot of women are like, what is that? What's happening? I mean, it is...
It's a penis. It's a penis. It's the way that it's supposed to look.
But we don't really see that. It's the same way. It's like when, you know, boys that are 18 now probably see a girl for the first time with pubes, and they're like, what's all that?
That didn't exist on Pornhub.
No, you know, I mean, you'd have to look for it. But I mean, I think if you saw a regular woman's body and you've only looked at porn, I'm sure that's kind of traumatic.